Ever wondered what really happens in the cockpit before a plane takes off? That moment when the cabin is quiet, but up front, a symphony of switches, checks, and commands is just beginning. From the very first roar of the engines to the captain's calm voice guiding the aircraft through bumpy air. Today, you're not just a passenger. You'll sit right here in the cockpit and experience it all through the eyes of a pilot. Welcome aboard the Airbus A320. Fasten your seatbelt because we're about to take off. Before we even think about pushing back from the gate, the real work begins. This is the pre-flight preparation, a critical phase where nothing is left to chance. It starts outside with a pilot's walk-around inspection. We're not just kicking the tires, we're meticulously checking every crucial component. We examine the landing gear for any signs of wear or hydraulic leaks, ensure all sensors and probes are clear of obstructions, and visually confirm the condition of the wings, control surfaces, and fuel lines. It's a hands-on confirmation that the aircraft is physically ready for the journey ahead. Once back inside the cockpit, the atmosphere is one of focused precision. We begin the pre-flight checklist, a systematic process that brings the aircraft to life. One by one, we power up the systems. The dark, silent screens flicker on, displaying a wealth of information. We test the hydraulics that move the flight controls, verify the avionics and navigation systems are aligned, and set up the flight management computer with our route. Every switch, every button, every light has a purpose. We're also in constant communication with air traffic control, receiving our flight clearance and route information. This entire process is built on three pillars: safety, precision, and preparation. It's the foundation upon which every safe flight is built. Now for one of the most exciting moments, starting the engines. Starting a modern jetliner like the A320 isn't as simple as turning a key in your car. First, we need power, and that comes from the APU, or Auxiliary Power Unit. The APU is a small jet engine in the tail of the aircraft that provides electrical power and, crucially, bleed air to start the main engines. With the APU running, we select the engine we want to start, usually engine number 2 first. We turn the engine mode selector to Ignition Start. Now, watch the ECAM display closely. We introduce fuel by moving the engine master switch to On. You'll hear the ignition spark, and then the magic begins. Air from the APU spins the engine's internal components, and as the rotation speed, or N2, increases, the fuel ignites. Listen carefully to that sound. That deep, satisfying rumble building into a steady hum. That's the sound of a CFM56 engine coming to life, a powerhouse ready to generate over 25,000 pounds of thrust. We monitor the parameters, oil pressure, temperature, and vibration to ensure a healthy start. Once engine 2 is stable, we repeat the exact same procedure for engine 1. The aircraft is now breathing on its own, ready to move. With both engines stable and all pre-flight checks complete, we receive our clearance from ATC to taxi to the runway. Taxiing a large aircraft requires a delicate touch. Using the tiller, which is like a small steering wheel, the captain guides the A320 along the designated taxiways, following the yellow lines painted on the ground. We maintain communication with ground control, confirming our route and holding short of any active runways. Once we reach our assigned runway, we receive our final takeoff clearance from the tower. This is the moment of truth. The captain aligns the aircraft perfectly with the center line of the runway. The command is given, takeoff. The pilots advance the thrust levers to about 40% N1, allowing the engines to stabilize. Then the levers are pushed all the way forward into the toga, or takeoff go-around detent. You feel a massive surge of power as the engines spool up to full takeoff thrust, pressing you back into your seat. The aircraft accelerates rapidly down the runway. The co-pilot calls out critical speeds. V1, the decision speed. Past this point, we are committed to flying. Rotate at around 140 knots. the captain gently pulls back on the side stick. The nose lifts smoothly, and in a magical moment, you feel the aircraft break free from the ground. The ground falls away, and the climb begins as we retract the landing gear and flaps, cleaning up the aircraft for our ascent. Now, let's talk about something every passenger experiences: turbulence. Turbulence and crosswinds can be a challenge, but modern aircraft and skilled pilots are well equipped to handle them. Our primary tool is the weather radar, which you can see displayed on our navigation screens. It paints a picture of the weather ahead, allowing us to see and plan routes around the most intense areas of rain or convective activity, often shown in red or magenta. But sometimes, turbulence is unavoidable. During the climb, you might feel some bumps. In the cockpit, we're making tiny, constant adjustments to the rudder and ailerons to counteract these movements and keep the flight path stable and as smooth as possible for everyone on board. Handling a strong crosswind during takeoff is a true test of a pilot's skill. If the wind is blowing across the runway, we use a technique called the crab. This means we angle the nose of the aircraft slightly into the wind to maintain a straight path down the center line. It might look and feel a bit strange, but it's the safest way to counteract the wind's push. As we lift off, we use the rudder to kick the nose straight, aligning the aircraft with its flight path. It's a dance between the pilot and the elements, requiring precise control and a deep understanding of aerodynamics to ensure a smooth, safe departure every single time. In today's cockpit, the face of command is changing, with more women taking the captain's seat than ever before. Our captain for this flight exemplifies the calm precision and leadership that this role demands. Whether she's methodically running through the engine start procedure, communicating with ATC with clear confidence, or making those subtle control inputs to smooth out a bumpy climb, her every action is a blend of profound technical skill and decisive leadership. Her presence here isn't just about flying a plane, it's about inspiring the next generation. It shows aspiring aviators, especially young women, that the sky is not the limit, it's the destination. This is a cockpit built on skill, confidence, and inspiration. As we climb past 10,000 feet, the nature of our work in the cockpit begins to shift. You'll hear the distinct chime and see the BP or autopilot indication light up on the display. The autopilot is now engaged. This doesn't mean we get to relax and read a newspaper. Our workload transitions from manual flying to a higher level of systems management and monitoring. We are now managing the flight path, monitoring fuel consumption, keeping an eye on weather systems far ahead, and communicating with different air traffic control sectors as we cross their airspace. The aircraft is flying the planned route with incredible precision, but the pilots are always in command, ready to take over in an instant if needed. Below us, the world becomes a patchwork quilt, and ahead, the sky opens up into a vast, clear blue. The climb continues, and our journey above the clouds truly begins. You've just seen what it takes to get an Airbus A320 off the ground, from a silent cockpit to a powerful ascent into the sky. It's a world of precision, teamwork, and an undeniable passion for flight. If you enjoyed this adventure from the pilot's seat, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribe for more exclusive aviation insights from the cockpit. We want to hear from you, so leave a comment below and tell us, what part of flying do you want to see next from the pilot's eye view? Thanks for flying with us today.